Greetings, beautiful family. Coming to you from underneath this massive pine tree. I'm sitting at the roots and in front of a little grass bench. The kangaroos always lie here. And also next to a circle. I live in a community of 144 blocks, and we have little stations all around in our greenways. Together, spontaneously have a picnic or a fire. Very, very beautiful. And yeah, there are also these beautiful trees everywhere here. So, this is where this transmission is coming from tonight. And yeah, do you know where the word emergence comes from? You know, for me, I was feeling that today it also has the word merge in it. And from the Latin emergere, it comes from rising up, coming forth. And yeah, it's like emotion and emergence. It's, as I'm moving my hand, my body feels that word. Now, how I feel that word is emerging into the flow of life. And that could be different than what I thought emergencies before I was in it, and what maybe many think emergence looks like. You know, emergence can also feel like coming out of, and whoa, la da da, here I am. And that's a very different energy than to merge into the flow of life. One is loud and maybe more ego related, and the emergence, the merging into life, is very quiet, and it happens out of stillness, out of the surrender to old patterns and old ways, which can keep pulling us back and holding us. And the stillness can be very challenging for many, because we've been trained to do, to wanting to achieve, to continuously have a goal and desire and a full calendar. Yeah, so it can be very scary to stop to feel, to stop to land in our body, to stop to emerge, to merge into the flow of life. And in the flow of life, there is coherence. And coherence comes out of stability. So when we stop, like I've just stopped riding my bike, and on a bike I'm never stable. It's just riding the instability. I'm on the two wheels. If I stop, I fall over. So I have to keep riding, or I have to put one leg down at least. Yeah, so I stopped my bike to be in full stability. I'm on my bike also in stability and in full emergence. I'm in the merging with the flow of life. That's why bike riding to me has been always deep integration. Because on the bike I'm practicing that, staying stable. I've ridden my bike, yeah, also in Germany, through wind and weather, through hail and storm. You know, I've been always on my bike. That's what I was known for. I came into my classroom with frost in my eyelashes instead of mascara and fake lashes. I had frost and snow in my eyelashes. Or in summer I had sweat drops in my eyelashes. And when I entered the classroom, I needed the window to be open. Just like here, I need wind to breathe. And there the wind is coming. Yeah, so emergence comes out of stopping, stabilizing, and with that I also mean the constant seeking, the constant doing, yeah, and then to stabilize our soul, our spirit in our body with the earth, and then merging. And that's not a one-day thing. For that we need to be really clear, and the alignment also can't be forced, it can't be bought, it can't be done with life coaching. All this can only happen when we stop all of that and surrender to our soul. And yeah, that is the hardest thing, because we have to let go of all we worked so hard on to become. Yeah, and sometimes life, or our soul, and the monad, throws us things in the way that help us, that look like a tragedy or a big drama. They actually help us. And it all happens for us. That can be a tragedy of many, many years, sometimes lifetimes, sometimes a whole life. Yeah, can look like tragedy and lots of grief, but it helps us emerge. I've spent most of my life in deep grief. Deeply, whoa, deeply, whoa. So I am also coming out of that. I'm emerging, but I'm emerging deeper into life. And that's through all the layers of all the emotions, through all the stuff, emerging deeply into the river of life. Yeah. And in that river, there is just oneness. There isn't a 5D and a 12D. There isn't an I'm better than you, I'm more conscious than you, I'm more spiritual than you, this or that. There's just oneness. So, yeah, that one stream. Yeah. Yeah, so today, now, in parallel, all the yesterday and tomorrow, there's a really beautiful wagtail dancing on the road. Very beautiful birds. They always make me laugh and smile. Hello, Jeff. Nice to see you. You know this place here very well. The birds are saying hi. Aren't they gorgeous? Very, very special. Moving to the mobility of our tailbone and tugging our tailbone. I also have my feet on the earth, and I am recharging and emerging also with frequencies into the frequency of emergence and oneness. Oh, they're having a very long dance. Very special. The crickets are coming on. Yeah. So, isn't that beautiful to shift from walking to flying to swimming? And yeah. So also feeling today how we are feeling the shifts in energies. Also, if we don't know, if we haven't read about which planets are moving into where, we can still feel the shifts. And it is actually in some ways irrelevant. There's so many stories we can read. I do love that. I have loved that. And then it makes sense. But that's also all shifting, because my frequency is shifting, because I have been merging deeper and deeper. So I'm getting to know myself anew in my new frequency and in the emergence. So yeah, and if we change, everybody else changes too, because we see everyone through our eyes and our perception. We see life through our eyes and our perception. And if we change it, life changes. Yeah, that is as much as when we realize that we are truly abundant. Then life adjusts and shows up in every area like that. While we are transitioning, it often still shows up from the old patterns. So we have to go through this, where some go back, oh, this doesn't work, and then they stop and go back to old patterns. Can we go through the fear, just into the full love frequency, where there is no fear, where there is only oneness, and a deep allowance and a flowing with life. Yeah. Have a beautiful night. I hope you're doing really well. Magical day wherever you are. My new water bottle has arrived, so you will see me when I come on next again with my purple bottle, which I've been deeply missing. And yeah, my mom and I are drinking water together. We are both drinking structured living water, and we are both having the same bottle now, and we are deeply healing ancestral wounds and our lineage with water and frequencies. Yeah, and if you've been reading all the testimonials I've been sharing, maybe you like to join us with the frequencies, the water, whatever you resonate with. Because that's what it is in the emergence. It's only resonance. There is no selling, there is no hype, there is no anything of the old. There's no greed, there's nothing. That is the emergence into the monad, into the one stream, where everything is. That's where the milk and the honey flow, the water. Yeah, the living water on this water planet, which we are. And we are frequency, and we are electricity. And yeah, we are so different than what we were made believe what we are. And when we shift out of that density and allow the stillness also to let our body shift, reprogram, and shift in density, lie down so that that program can download and offload, like a computer that needed to be still and offline. Or when a website goes offline, that's how we need to go offline. And some people don't allow that because there's a fear of the ego to be forgotten, to not be known anymore, to fall behind. But we can never fall behind. We can just fall into where we really belong, fall into alignment, fall into coherence, fall into the monad, falling into our home. Yeah, and life in there looks very different. And yeah, that's where I'm inviting from and into. It's very unknown, but it's very familiar. We all know it. To go in there with our body and allowing our body to shift. That's the art. Yeah. So, many blessings from the wings of this tree, from the birds, from this powerful land, from the sacred waters, from the circle of life, the circle of community, and our global community. We are all in a circle, in a spiral, in the quantum field. Yeah. I see you when I see you next here, and always in the quantum field. Yeah. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for sharing your energy. Yeah. See you soon.